元気してますか？
元気してます。
元気してます。よいしょ。よいしょ。結構アメリカ帰国後からは英語はなかなかモチベーションを生み出すのは結構って感じですか？それか今結構ビジネスわーってやってるっていう感じですか？うん。うん。うん。うん。うん。うん。はいはいはい。うん。おお。あ、なるほどですよね。なるほどですね。そうっすよね。なるほどです。あれですね、10 14日まで東京にいて、またそこが終わったら、実家に帰るみたいな感じですか？あ、なるほど。実家はあれなんですね。結構こう、最近は帰りがちなんですね、実家の方。うん。なるほど、なるほど。いやいやいや、まあ、そうですね。なんか、ちょうどなんか昨日 LINE 送ろうとしたんですけど、なんか再送みたいな感じで遅れてなくてエラーになって、そう、要はなんか僕としてもこう朝活のお金をいただいちゃってるのにこう大丈夫そうかなみたいな、そのところ、なんか力に慣れてるかなみたいな、朝活がみたいな。一応これアミさんもヨキさんもあれですけど休会みたいな感じでできなくはないので、そのご事を、考慮して、そうだからなんかそういうのとか大丈夫みたいな感じでちょっと送ろうとしてたところです、ちょうど。はい。うん。うん。はい。いやいやいや。うん。うん。うん。うん。あ、なるほどですね。全然うまい具合にこう相談しつつやっていきましょう。なんかそれこそ前彩香さんっていう方がいらっしゃって、 So let's say the person I like is tall and have the great sense of fashion and looks amazing. Let's say the person I like is tall, has great sense of fashion and looks amazing. But after about 3 months, I would definitely get bored. So I don't want to say the looks are the most important thing. I don't think so. Sometimes I meet someone, uh, but sometimes I meet someone who's really cute, but extremely insecure and unbelievably self-centered. Sometimes I meet someone who's really cute, but extremely insecure and unbelievably self-centered. Which is the type. I like the people who have the confidence and are energetic. Of course, I don't want to lie. So I like people who have confidence and are energetic. So of course I don't want to lie. So at first look at whether I like her face or style. But after that I'll try to get to know her personality. But after that I try to get to know her try to get to know try to get to know try to get to know her personality. In my cases, I really focus on personality. It might sound like I don't answer, but being serious. So, for example, the person I like is tall, have the great sense of fashion and looks amazing. But after about 3 months, I would definitely get bored. So, so I don't want to say that looks are the most important thing. I don't think so. So sometimes I meet someone who's really cute but extremely insecure and unbelievably self-centered. Many people judge others just by their looks, so I want to be with them. They might think when they see someone. Okay, a lot of people judge others just by looks, so they might think I want to be with them when they see someone. But I don't go that far. 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 で、そこないのだ。Yeah, I might go on a date though. I might want to go on date. I might want to go on date though. これちょっとなんかいいや、自信なくてなんか嫌だから。あ、まあいいか。Well, more than that, most of beautiful women aren't interested in me at first place. But let's just forget about that now. So, if you want to go on date though, I think that like sharing the same sense of humor is really important, really important. And my girlfriend spent the whole day laughing hysterically at SpongeBob. So I might find it cute, but our sense of humor, I feel like our sense of humor is just different. So I think sharing the same sense of humor is super important when you're dating someone. And my girlfriend spent the whole day laughing hysterically at SpongeBob. I might find it cute, but I probably feel like our sense of humor is just different. Yeah. See. It's not that it's a bad thing, but simply I feel like we're different, you know. It's not that it's a bad thing, so I just simply feel I will just simply feel we're different. If the little mismatch kept happening on dates, it would be pretty tough. The little mismatch kept happening in dates, it would be pretty tough. So that's why I look smarter. But the personality is even more important. Look smarter. Yeah. 見た目大事だけど性格の方がもっと重要なんだ。That's why I look smarter, but personality is even more important. That's why I look smarter, but personality is even more important. That's why I look smarter, but personality is even more important. That's why I look smarter, but personality is even more important. That's why I look smarter, but personality is even more important. Okay, so yeah, that's the point. When it comes to like when you want to date someone, Chiona, that's why I look smarter, but no. I think that's something you really need to pay attention to when dating someone. That's why I think that's something you really need to pay attention to date when dating someone. When dating someone. I think that's something you really need to pay attention to when dating someone. When dating someone. The shit, weird shit. I think being mature as a person is very important. Yeah. Though I'm not really in the position to say that myself. Haha. Okay. Though I'm not really in the position to say that myself. Haha. Okay. Though I'm not really in the position to say that myself. Yeah, that's why looks matter, but personality is even more important, right? 人として成熟していくことも Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something you really need to pay attention. But I think being mature as a person is very important. Yeah. But I'm not in the position to say that myself. Haha. Hello. To say that myself. Okay. So of course I'm Japanese, so I prefer Asian looks. I especially like Asian looks. Since I'm Japanese, especially like Asian looks. Yeah. I prefer two-faced over a beautiful one. Okay, so someone who has banks and uh, someone who has banks and gives out. Someone who has banks. Someone no. Someone with banks who have to give out. With the banks who gives off the protective or killing vibes. You know, race doesn't really matter. But if I were to date someone, I prefer people who can speak English, who speaks English. Okay. Someone who has been, for me, race doesn't really what they know. I prefer some speak. Yeah. So, especially you date someone like, especially you date someone. Because I'm dating someone particularly sense among Japanese people. Because I'm dating some particularly sense among Japanese people. Dating someone particularly sense among Japanese people. Because if I'm dating someone particularly sense among Japanese people, so there are times when what I say comes across with a nuance and an intent. There are times when what I say comes across with a nuance and an intent. So I always have to be careful with my words. Since I'm sensitive myself, I tend to overthink how my word might come across and worry about how they will be perceived. So that's why speaking English is so much easier. Of course, English is not my mother tongue, so sometimes it's hard to express my own feeling. But I don't have many vocabularies to like overthink. My word choices. I can say that what I feel more straightforwardly. I can just say what I feel more straightforwardly. Of course, I consider other person's feelings still. Yeah.はいはい。じゃあ休憩としましょう。お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様。結局まっちゃんじゃない。今日は。いやいや、もう、どうしてくれるんですか、この気持ちを。ちょっと今日も期待してたのに。ビッグマン。はい。あれですね、花ちゃんの服とののかさんの服の作りがちょっと似てますね。なんかこうなってる感じが。ね。寒いっすね。僕もちょっとモコモコのやつ着て。でもなんか昨日とか日中めっちゃ暑くなかったですか？なんかね、花粉とかもえげつなくて、全面に最近食らってますけど。僕やばいんですよ。もう花粉症の上に一個何か呼び方があるんだったら多分そのランクですね。もうセファール C1 ぐらいです。花粉症で言ったら。はい。いや。のどかさんはあれですね。何時ぐらいに入ってきましたか？このミート。そこちょっとむずいですよね。こうなんかこうどこまで出席、もう僕は全然入れようかなと思うんですけど、なんかこう思うんですか。まあでもなんかね、どうしようかな。でもほぼ参加してくれてますもんね。いいっす。いいっす。本当にいいんすか？いいっす。なんか5分だとちょっとシビアすぎるから5時から5時10分とかにしますか。5時から5時10分とかにするんで、じゃあちょっとその間にっていう感じで、やばい5分いかなかったみたいなことをね。そんなんないか。そんなこのスタバチケットに思いはないかな。そんなに。でもまあ一応ね、はい、入れといておきましょう。はい。 アミさんは今日はメガネですね。かわいい。メガネ、めんどくさかった。これのやつですか、もしかして。はい。あ、これのやつ。一個手前。めっちゃなんかやばいのある。色のバージョンがね。いました。いや、本当に、僕、あれなんですよ。個人的な趣味を言うと、インスタグラマーとかで、ああいう、なんか、おしゃれなカフェ行って、メガネかけてる方いるじゃないですか。インスタグラム、ちょっと待ってくださいね。イメージを出しますね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。なんかね、ファッション紹介みたいな感じで、なんかね、レディース、俺のタイプを分かってもらいたいがために撮ってもらってるこの時間がちょっと申し訳なさすぎますけどね。まあいいや、ちょっと出てこないよ。なんかいますよね。なんかちょっと、可愛い方が、なんかメガネつけて、なんかシャレオツみたいな、表参道みたいにやってる人いるじゃないですか。なんか、ああいうのがすごい好きで、メガネっていいっすよね。でも僕、メガネマジ似合わないんですよね。のぶかさん似合います？つけてた時期とかあります？メガネ。ああ、なるほど。サングラスとかか。はなちゃんとかは、メガネいいっすよね。メガネっすよね。めっちゃわかる。時代はメガネっすよね。本当に。なんか、男もいいっすよね。メガネつけてる方が。なんか、いやいや、すごいな、その価値観。おいおいおい。メガネつけてないと男として見れない。じゃあ、マッケンユーは男ではない。ない。なるほどな。はい。そうなの？で、ちはやふるの時だけ男として見れるみたいな。何や。はなちゃんとかなんかつけてるイメージありますけど、つけてた。はい。うん。なぜメガネつけてた？いや、ねえ、多分、あとなんか、この朝活にも確か一回、メガネ、うん、洗面所にある。なるほど。見れない。あーあー今日もダメだ。今日もダメだ。終わろう、朝活。どんだけ見たいね。ねえ、まあいいっすよな、メガネって。これ、あ、僕はおしゃれメガネ派ですね。僕これで、これでよく、やばいな、なんかさあ、なんだっけ、芸人、ウド鈴木の横にいるあの人、天野くんみたいになっちゃった今。僕これよくかけてます。これに帽子かけて有名人気取ってるっていうでマジで今の時期そうしないともう花粉がやばいんで、目ん玉にダイレクトで来るんでつけてますけどもね。これだけは外せない異性のファッションとかありますか？メガネ。農家さんメガネ。アミさんは？いや、いや、なんで恋愛系の話になると毎回電波悪くなんだよ。いい電波ね。都合がいい電波だ。アミさんに優しい電波。はなちゃんはなんかこういうのありますか？これみたいな。自分の宗教に入れようとすなよ。メガネ。メガネ。 ねメガネがはいそんななんか下ネタですか違いますではない。はい。うん。毛はあってほしい。うん。ああ、こうなんかこう反ってたりすると違うと。毛ね。うん。うん。うん。少女時代かなみたいな。あー、なるほどね。これはあれですね。じゃあ男らしいサチエさん笑ってくれて。でもサチエさんとかもなんかね、ナチュラルな人の方が好きそうですね。なんかこう、確かになんかアメリカ人とかもよく言ってるっすね。なんか会う先々で、なんかいやもうナチュラルなやつがいいみたいな。うん。男の人はね。うん。あれうん。えー、そうか。そうなんすね。結構、いや、見れるか。どこで見れんのよ。ボディービルダーみんなない。ああ、まあでもボディービルダーはね、ボディービルダーが脇毛ないのはどうですか、花ちゃん。それはいいんですか？うん。筋肉が苦手で怖い。うん。ね、その気持ちは確かにわかりますよ。ちょっとね、怖いぐらいあるとちょっとあれですよね。はい。まあ一応皆さん安心させるために言っとくと、僕は毛生えてますので、大丈夫ですよ。はい。よかった、これは。はい。安心した。心配以上嘘つけよ。心配してたもんな、これ。僕がすね毛生えてるかどうかでね、悩んでちょっと第2回進めなかったらちょっと困りますもんね。あの、うん。はい。休憩の間に僕は大丈夫です。はい。何のアピールやねんっていう。はい。なるほどね。じゃあ、のどかさんはメガネ。花ちゃんは、ナチュラルな感じ、ナチュラルな男性、アミさんは通信障害ということでアミさん通信アミさん通信障害ある人好き回線まだ立ってない人東でね、山におるやんっていうね、山におるけ。あ、わかります。でもいいっすよね、東出さんみたいな人ね。こう生存能力高そうな、なんかね、うん、それはねめっちゃわかるっすね。パリコレ。うん。ね、男前っすよね。純粋になんかこうね、生物としての強みを感じますよね。なんかこうたくましいなみたいなね。いや、じゃあちょっと僕やばいっすね。そしたら僕はそれで言うと結構フェミニン寄りな思考なので、どっちかといえばなんかこう脱毛もできればしたいと思ってるけど、めんどくさいから言ってないだけで、あとすね毛見られる機会なんてないですよね。なんかそうそうなんかこうやって足のこれわってやられて、わ生えてんなみたいなシーンないですから、なんかほったらかしにしてますけど、できるんだったらやりてえなと思ってるぐらいですね。脱毛とかキモいですか、俺が全身脱毛してたら。でもね、逆にでも俺のなんかこのなんていうんですか、ワイルド感ない顔からなんかめっちゃ毛生えてたらちょっとなんかうってなりません？なんかそんなことはない。ですよね、やっぱそうよく言われるんですよ、僕も。なんかその顔と毛深さが合ってないと怖いみたいな。そう。ええ私え どういう角度のボケそれ？そのヨーロッパのモデルみたい。うん。うんうんうんうん。まあそうですね。うん。本当ですか？まあまあまあ、出たいなとは思っておりますけども。はい。ね。昔、当時付き合ってた彼女に、なんか、そのね、目細いねってずっと言われてたんですよ、僕。目細いねって。僕がちょっとなんか、ね、もう目細いねっていうのをやめて、みたいな、テンション下がるからって言ったら、いや、なんか、ヤン君は、目が、この下の面積が広いね、みたいな。上はないけど、こうなってるね、みたいな、なんかすごい丁寧な言い方のディスに変わったっていう思い出がありますね。開発してなかった。うん。ただちょっと丁寧になっただけだったっていう。はい。ね。いや、まあ、良さですよね。アイデンティティですよね。私の、こう、目が逆にそんなにこう、パチッとしてないところも、アイデンティティがありますよね。はい。うん。ありのまま受け入れよう。自分のね。アナ雪。はい。アナ雪。はい。というわけで、ありがとうございました、皆様。というわけで、じゃあシーズン2入っていきますか。じゃあ、オーディオとビデオをオフにして、じゃあ6時55分までよろしくお願いします。皆様。はい、お願いします。Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, I believe in it, but I haven't experienced it yet. Yeah, I believe in it, but I haven't experienced it myself yet. I don't judge people just by their looks. I try not I try not to judge people. I try not to judge people just by their looks. I try not to judge people just by their looks. Oh, so, もちろん飛ぶから of course I'm a guy, so I see her. I find it like a really cute girl on the street. I'll be like, damn, dude. So of course I'm a guy, so if I see a super cute girl on the street, of course I'm a guy, so if I see a super cute girl on the street, of course I'm a guy, so if I see a super cute girl on the street, I'll be like, damn. I'll be like, damn. So I find cute girl looks. I do find good looking girls attractive. I do find good looking girls attractive. Of course I'm a guy, so if I see a super cute girl on the street, I'll be like, damn, dude. Of course I'm a guy, so if I see a super cute girl on the street, I'll be like, damn, dude. Yeah. I do find good looking girls attractive, but in the end, I think that character matters way more. But in the end, I think a person character matters way more. I try not to judge people just by the looks. So of course I'm a guy. So if I see a super cute girl in the street, I will like, damn, dude. I do find good-looking girls attractive, but in the end, I think the person characters matters way more. So looking back when I was a student working part time, so there yeah, with this coworker, so I thought she seemed like kind of nerdy. There was this coworker first, I thought she seemed kind of nerdy, but as I got to know her, but as I but as but got but as I got to know her, I realized she was an amazing person, kind, funny, and she has a strong sense of self. I realized she has a strong sense of self. これ変えようぜ。And she has a strong sense of self. So at first, I only saw her as a coworker, and she was a strong sense of self. よし。And she has a strong sense of soul. So at first I only saw her as a coworker. At first I only saw her as a coworker, but I got to know her. But the more we hang out, I'm not sure, but like for some reason just so liking her. So but nothing ever happened in the end though. Nothing ever happened in the end though. Like how's dating like in America? Yeah. Maybe most of the Japanese people have the image that the image is the maybe the image most Japanese people have is that maybe the image that many Japanese people have is that American women are like strong-minded and like easygoing and pretty open about straightforward and strong-minded and pretty open about yeah that but no that's just an image actually it depends on the person. Honestly it depends on the person. That's just an image, yeah. So yeah, there is someone for like introvert, and of course there are plenty of introvert girls. Of course there are plenty of introvert girls. Lots of people who are like clingy and needy, and someone who don't have the interest at all. Someone like even some. So and even some who have no interest in at all. Even some who have no interest in set at all. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in Japan too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's same in Japan too. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in Japan too. So the image of Japanese girl from a foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid. 海外から見た女の子のイメージって、昨日こう The image of Japanese girl from a foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid. Like, on the positive side, they are polite and kind. On the positive side, they're seen as a kind of polite. But of course, there are plenty of girls who are complete opposite. Yeah, but to be fair, there are really a lot of like shy girls. Whenever I watch American TV shows, no. Yes, I would say like a 5 house party or like BBQ like per season. There are like 5 house parties or barbecue per season. Like so that them so that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. So that them so that might be so that might be so that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. What do you think is the hardest part of being in a relationship? What do you think is the hardest part in being in a relationship? I think that like the hardest part is like getting so close. I think the hardest part is like getting so close that you can't help but notice the thing you don't like about them. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help but notice the things you don't like about them. For example, Will and I are buddies and we meet up regularly, but we still have the like distance, but we still keep a certain distance, right? but we still keep a certain distance, right? Sulfur, I don't really see any bad side of Will. Sulfur, I don't really see any bad side of Will. Sulfur, I don't really see any bad side of Will. Sulfur, I don't really see any bad side of Will. But we spent too much time together or lived under the same roof. But if we spend too much time together or lived under the same roof. But if we spend too much time together or lived under the same roof, we inevitably start noticing each other's flaws or that are hard to accept. We inevitably start noticing each other's flaws or that are hard to accept. In the end, the hardest part of hardest part of a relationship is, in the end, the hardest part of relationship is to accept each other's flaws. No, in the end, the hardest part of relationship is having to accept the negatives, Well, it doesn't matter, well, not just in romance. This applies like all human relationships. Don't you want a girlfriend? Don't you want a boyfriend? Of course, I met someone who's really good. If I meet the right person, of course, I don't want to. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to be in a relationship, but basically, I don't want one. But in general, I don't really need one. I feel like I wanna maybe. I feel like I want one maybe 3 times a year. I feel like I want one. Nice. Okay. Yeah, but in general, I don't really need one. And so I feel like I want one. I feel like I want one. Maybe 3 times a year. I feel like I want one. I want one. I feel like I want one. Maybe 3 times a year. Like, especially right before Christmas. Like, right before Christmas. I'm really clumsy when it comes to I'm pretty clumsy when it comes to balancing things. When I focus on something, I tend to lose sight everything else. I tend to lose sight of everything else. So that's just right now that's YouTube and my English coaching work. So even if I had the girlfriend, I feel like I wouldn't be able to give a relationship my full attention. I've had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. I've had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. I basically don't feel the need for one. 今は基本的にはいらないと思っている。I basically don't have the need for one. I basically don't feel the need for one. メールはデートの時は女の子に対して Do you pay for the girl when you go on date? In Japan, this pointless debate comes up all the time. Like, are you the type to pay for a date or split the bill? I usually pay, but not always. So if it's just a friend, I wouldn't. But in Japan, I think the more of a tendency to believe that men should pay for women on dates. How's it in the US? Like, if you're the one who invites someone out, it makes sense to pay, since you're the one taking up their time. So, have you ever dated a Japanese girl? Like, how do you think the Japanese personality compared to Americans? Like, what kind of traits do you think are common among Japanese people? What kind of traits do you think are the common among Japanese people? Don't seem like the type to cheat at all. 彼女が言ったらめっちゃ真面目に。If you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly, you know. I can tell you're a serious and sincere person just from our like everyday conversations. What's your ideal first date like? I guess I'd go with a classic and ask them out for dinner first. So if I suggest a trip or like a call him right away and the conversation doesn't click, it'll be total nightmare. So I'd start with a dinner and try to get to know the person better. I don't think I asked them out for drinks right away. I don't think I'd ask them out for a drink right away. I wouldn't want them to think I'm only after one thing. What kind of signs do you give when you like someone? It might actually come off as a distant. Okay. この辺ちょっとあれだな。やる気なくちゃなくなっちゃってる。 そもそもまず動画見る母数が少なすぎるっていうそこの話ですと。ここにもっと向き合いたいな。こっちから行くか。Maybe the image that most Japanese people have is that maybe the image maybe the image that like many Japanese people have it that American women are straightforward and like strong sense of self and like no strong-minded and pretty open about so but just that's just an image. It depends on the person. So there are a lot of like introvert girls and someone are like clingy and needy. Yeah, lots of people who are like clingy and needy, like they don't have the, and even some who have no interest in da 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 da. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in Japan too. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in Japan too. So the image is that the image of Japanese girl from a foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid. The image of Japanese people, the image of Japanese girls from a foreign perspective, the image of Japanese girl from a foreign perspective is often that they're shy or timid. But on the positive side, they're kind and polite. On the positive side, they're seen as a kind and polite. But of course, there are plenty of girls who are like complete opposite. But of course, there are plenty of girls who are the complete opposite. Yeah, to be fair, there are really a lot of shy girls. Shy girls. I'll deal like 5 house parties or barbecue per season. They'll like 5 house party or barbecue per season. Yeah, これ。Yeah, you know. Yeah. Okay. So, well, do you pay for the girl when you go on date? Like, but in general, I don't really need one. I feel like I want one maybe like 3 times a year, like right before Christmas. I'm pretty clumsy. Of course, there are plenty of introvert girls, so lots of people who are clingy and needy, and even some who have no interest in sex at all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's the same in Japan too. The image of Japanese people, who have the like from a foreign perspective is often that they're timid or like shy or timid. Like on the positive side, they're seen as a kind of polite. But of course, there are plenty of girls who are complete opposite. Yeah, to be fair, there are really a lot of shy girls. There are times there are there are like 5 house parties or barbecue per season, so that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. So that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. What it's actually like. What do you think is the hardest part of being a relationship? I think that the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help, but notice the things you don't like about them. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help but notice the things you don't like about them. Yeah, I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help. Hardest part is getting so close that you can't help. But notice the things you don't like about them. I think the hardest part is getting so close that you can't help, but notice the things you don't like about them. For example, Will and I meet regularly, but we still keep a certain distance, right? So far, I don't really see any bad side of Will, but I think, but if we spend too much time together or lived under the same roof, we never really start noticing each other's flaws or things that are hard to accept. In the end, the hardest part of a relationship is having to accept the negatives. Well, not just in romance, this applies to all human relationships. They want girlfriend, they want boyfriend. If I meet the right person, of course, I don't want to be a relationship. But in general, I don't really need one. I feel like I want one, maybe 3 times a year. So like before Christmas, I'm pretty clumsy when it comes to balancing things. Like right now, YouTube and my coaching works. So if I have the girlfriend, いや、でも見ることが大事だなと思う。I feel like I wouldn't be able to give a relationship my full attention. So I had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. I basically don't feel the need for one. Would you pay for the girl when you go on date? In Japan, this pointless debate comes up all the time. Like, are you the type to pay for a date or split the bill? So I usually pay for, but not always. But in Japan, I think there is a more like tendency to believe that men should pay for a woman or woman on a date. So how they in US, like if you're the one who invite someone out, it makes sense to pay. So since you're the one taking up time, have you ever dated a Japanese girl? How do you think the Japanese personality compared to American? What do you think of that? What kind of trait do you think are common among Japanese people? You don't seem like a type to cheat at all. If you have the girlfriend, I feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. Like I can tell you're serious and sincere person just from our everyday conversations. What's your ideal first date like? I guess I'd go with a classic and ask them out for dinner first. If we suggest a trip or clothing right away, the conversation doesn't click. It'll be it'll be total nightmare. So I'd first visit dinner and try to get to know the person better. I don't think I'd ask them for the first date. First, yeah. For, I don't think I'd ask them out for a drink right away. So I wouldn't want them to think I'm only after one thing. So what kind of signs do you give when you like someone? It might actually come off as a distance. When it comes to like something like I get nervous and can easily say the things like I like you, you're cute. I know it might sound silly at my age, but still. So, but I don't really do anything that obviously shows I like someone. So I don't go for body contact. I don't go for body contact or say it straight out. It might actually come off as a distance. When it comes to something I like, I get nervous and can't easily say the things I like you, you're cute. I know it might sound silly at my age, but still, I don't really do anything that obviously show I like someone. I don't go for a body contact or say it straight out. Do you want to like get married? Do you want to get married? I don't think I can. I can really say it. I can't think. I don't think I can really say it. I can really say it. Say it. I don't think I can really say it. No, 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 no. Okay. So I feel like even if I got married now, I wouldn't go well. Though I guess I shouldn't. I should probably get a girlfriend before things stop like this. Though I guess I should probably get a girlfriend before things stop like this. 12時、1時。Yeah, it'll be pretty tough, man. That's tough. Itu. No, 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 no. いいね。ルール化した方がいいの？いやでもやろうにな。教室8時、20時から20時半までやるか。今日から目標。 はい皆さんお疲れ様です。終わりにしていきましょう。お疲れ様です。すごいゆきさん今日サーフィンですか？来ちゃいましたね。いやはいそろそろ行かないとっていう。いやーめちゃくちゃ天気いいっすね。ねえ。はいはいはいはい。ゆきさんこれもう横これ海だったりしますか、もしかして。あ、もうちょっと、あ、なるほどなるほど。はい。というわけでございます。なんか最近マジでめちゃくちゃ天気いいですね、ずっと。一生天気いいやんって感じですけど。ちょっと皆さんにお知らせで、今日からちょっと6日まで一旦ちょっとこう、夜活を開けようかなと。夜活部屋8時から8時半までちょっと開放しようかなと思うので、ちょっとですね、なんかお仕事とかで、帰ってきた後にちょっと単語を見たいなとかいう時にちょっと使ってみてください。僕はその間でちょっといろいろ勉強やろうかなと思うので、朝活とちょっと同時並行で、朝活とは別に夜活部屋開けるので、ぜひっていう話ですね。はい。こんな感じかな。OK。なんか前もちらっと言ったかもしれないですけど、なんか誰かに言ったんですけど、ちょっと忘れちゃったな。単語本当に一日に見た回数が多ければ多いほど当たり前ですけど定着早いので、なんか見る回数を増やすっていう意図で夜活部屋開けるのでぜひ。はい。というわけでございました。今日はなんかちょっとはい。なんか気づいたら女性だけですね。僕しか男性がいないっていう感じで、うはい、というわけで、ございます。テンション上がっております。はい。はい。じゃあまあ今日もありがとうございました、皆さん。お疲れ様です。じゃあ明日の朝活もよろしくお願いいたします。はい。じゃあ失礼します。ありがとうございました。様でした。さようなら。ありがとうございました。